This is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth. I've just activated the P1000, showing you a beautiful sunrise, and yes, the government admits the earth is flat. The governments of the world. It's not just NASA, it's all the different divisions of the military. I'm going to throw it up on here. Oh, you can't see that. Now you can. Gentle breeze of about 5 miles an hour coming out of the southwest right now. I want to rig up my, let's see, a couple of things. My jug. Okay. I wanted to give it enough time to stop moving. More on that later. Wow. Okay, here we go. I'm zooming in right now. If you're not seeing that, it means you're watching the live broadcast. Clouds clearly behind the sun. Whether you like it or not, or agree with it, it's not stupid. It's biblical. It's reality. I've got video evidence of it, not Photoshop. I had a friend last night comment on one of my videos. He said, "This is the reason, you're the reason," showing the sun in the clouds video, "that I came to believe we're not on a globe." Nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's one of the funny things about this is just reality indicates we're not on a globe. How in the world could anybody live upside down? And boy, it sure is nice that toilet water isn't flying out on people in Australia because of gravity. Well, hello, it's just water seeking its level. That's what it does. Wow, that was weird. Uh-oh. Looks like something went wrong with my... There we go. I'm back now. Sorry about that. So I've got to drop the tripod to bring this on in. Because I've got two devices, I can't show the symmetry simultaneously on both. But undisturbed water is flat and level, and that's that. It's just the way it is. There would be no level anywhere in a world where if we were moving. Just think about it. A bubble level, a spirit level. I'm zooming in on a shiny spot right in the middle of the view. It's where the light beam is shooting across. The sun, moon, and stars move above the stationary Earth. So do the planes, airplanes, flying over a level plane. Imagine an SR-71 flying over 2,000 miles an hour, not having to account for any supposed freaking rotation of the Earth that's never, ever been proven. Yeah, how about that? And no supposed curvature either. 8 inches per mile squared, earthcurvature.com. Copy and paste your link of where you can find the curvature, if you can. Does water curve? Absolutely. It fills its container. I just showed you that with my bottle. However, the surface of undisturbed water is flat and level. It's pretty unpopular with some that want to believe the lie. Of course, I just prefer the truth, and everybody else can just deal with that. And yes, the chemical straitjacket is off. That means I'm not drugged by chemicals. I just prefer healthy nutrients as best I can, and a perpetual detoxing in the water I previously mentioned on the live broadcast. If you're watching the view where I'm zooming in and out, that means that you can go back and see the live drive on in. Show the drive-in. Sometimes I start out when it's dark to show you the transition from dark to light. From this vantage point right here, let me show you the Prince Resort right over in the middle of the view. The open ocean and the Cherry Grove Pier are straight out from here. I'm going to walk us on out a little bit and try and hold the view on the sun somewhat in the middle. Let me make a different grab here. I think that should do it. And then one of the things to note is just how the sun follows the eyes of the observers, which is all of us, and how the reflections change. So the tide is going out right now. There's a diurnal tide here, high and low, twice a day. Normally 4 to 6 feet. When we had Hurricane Matthew, a modified storm, weather wars, hashtag it if you want, water went over the top of this railing. That's why the buildings all around here, most of them are on stilts. Some stilts are better than others. Steel reinforced concrete rocks, pun intended. So 3D panel is steel reinforced shotcreted panel construction. That's what they build cell tower substations out of for AT&T. I went to the factory. EVG out of Austria made that machine, millions of dollars. Oop, I got to zoom in and shut my donut hole for a moment. I could see the lighting dim. It means it's entering the clouds. Wow. There it is again. One of the reasons why I was the guy that was able to capture a video that was seen probably over 750,000 times now is that I spent thousands of hours doing this a year for 4 years. Hashtag local sun. You can break into that playlist right now if you want. In God's word in Joshua 10, God stopped the sun from moving. Yeah, because he knew the earth wasn't spinning. And the people that transcribed the Bible were doing it for one author, the creator of this world. Second Thessalonians chapter 2 says to everybody forever, they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion. So it's beyond a satanic deception. God will use that even. He uses everything. Satan has limited access. He'll use who and what he can. God has full access. He uses it all. Does he just wait until you slip your hand up and decide you want to be a child of God? You either are a child of God or you're not. There was a bit of a delay in the activation for me. I was a child of God before the foundation of the world, as well as everybody who's going to be born again. You won't even see the kingdom of heaven unless you're born again. If you've got concerns with my theological proclamations, you can reach out anytime you like. And don't mind, you can call me. You can send me a self-addressed stamped envelope and I'll send you stickers if you want. For gosh sakes, you can hashtag my name right now and see what I'm about, or share it with others, or YouTube Truth. A lot of the censorship of YouTube can be circumvented by just hashtagging my name. Go into my channel, because I've been a busy little beaver hanging that all over the place for years. My playlist. Zoomed in on the flat water, the rippled water. Even the rippled water is flat. Can see that in the middle of the view. Not as clearly on the live broadcast, but it's there. All that symmetry is there. The sun is local and small. We can't see the other continents because of moisture. Okay, we've got the brightest light in the sky being obscured by those clouds right there. I showed you how thin they were. You can just zoom back and forth and go, yep, Robert's right, they're pretty thin. Yeah, it'll burn the, and yet when it's clear and close, and high in the sky, person can get a sunburn. I have. How about that? One of the things that I do to offset being around the sun and the salt so much is the coconut oil. It's on my skin. When I when I dry off and I use a hair dryer, it's not just for my hair, it's for my skin too. I want to be fully dry when I get out. Like I said, I will lose anywhere from 7 to 10 pounds in a therapeutic soak. Oh, I don't have time for that. Well, I do. Instead of sleeping and watching mindless television, I can even watch something on the TV in my bathroom. I can watch the YouTube videos that I find and share and like. That's what I do. I've got a lot of plants in the house to add oxygen. That's one of the practical solutions to chemtrailing or weather modification, weather wars. I'm not smoking anymore. That's special. I used to smoke cigarettes in the shower and drink vodka for breakfast. And then when I thought marijuana was the answer, I would be a waken baker. Oh, I got to get up and go to the bathroom and smoke some weed. How about that? Well, I don't need that anymore. I never did. Now that I'm actually born again, I'm not homicidal or suicidal. Isn't that special? The chemical straitjacket's off, baby. I'm saying that for my P1000 recording as well. The system of control wants to close the institutions, which they have largely, and just drug everybody. So Anonymous, who I'm outing as not telling the truth about the globe, had videos where they're showing New Jersey has a lot of drugs in the water. You can see it. It's around a 15-minute video on my liked videos. Next to it, I've got another documentary called The Great Culling, I believe it is. Fluoridation of the water. It's one of the most toxic chemicals in the world, and it's legal, and it's being put in the food or in the water especially. So at a 210-pound, really healthy guy with a lot of lean muscle mass and a little extra padding for a potential supply interruption, supposedly I would be like about 21 to 25 gallons of water. That volume doesn't even add up. I don't know how much water I actually am. But I want it to be pure, so reverse osmosis, carbon filtered, and I like to solar activate it for the drinking part of it. Once again, really good sun in the clouds video. I'm zoomed in tight to show how that, and I back out a little bit so you can see how the change is. It's not really a spoiler alert. I just want to let you see how it works. Sometimes I don't talk at all on my videos. If you don't like what I'm saying right now, you can, I don't mind if you use the clip. I would just appreciate if you put my name in it, that'd be great. I want people to come on back to my channel and to see why I do this. I do this because 3 people per second no longer have their human experience, and I'm constrained by God to do what He created me to do. The dopamine, they call it dope because it activates the dopamine receptor, which is never satisfied. Never ever. Philanthropy can activate the dopamine receptor. Sex, food, a childbirth, watching a heartwarming story, all can activate the dopamine receptor. It's never satisfied. It can feel good though. So what I would say is truly God satisfies. I call Him Jesus. His Hebrew reference is Yeshua. You can call Him Yahweh, the Alpha and Omega, the great I am. So, artificial intelligence, well, that's partial knowing. Omniscience is all-knowing. It's one of the attributes of God. How about that? All-knowing. How about we add to all-knowing, all-powerful? Oh yeah. You think He's going to wait to see if people are going to just be so excited that He provided a way for salvation? Humanity won't even see it. They won't even see it. They can't see it. A veil has to be removed. So congratulations if you've become hip to the kaleidoscope of conspiracies. You still got to be born again. Well, there's never been a conspiracy. I've seen one soundbite. 2 kids stealing a bicycle is a conspiracy. What is it? What do you call it when artificial intelligence hijacks the collective consciousness of humanity, giving a false reality that'll end them in hell? The great news is all of God's children will absolutely be born of His Spirit. It's the doctrine of election. So there's the doctrine of the shape of the earth. Nathan Roberts did an excellent job of authoring that. It's on my liked videos. His the most recent video at the top of my, or close to the top of my list. It's about government admits, and I hashtag the title, government admits flat Earth. He even mentioned go to flatearthdoctrine.com and get your mailing address there, email, if you want. Is he going to get shut down? Could be. Could I? Heck yeah. Only if God allows it. So I'm going to show you some texture. Right now I can't really see the sun very much. I've seen a woman up to her waist in mud. Her husband had to come and pull her out. This mud right down here is real soft. The sandbar up there has some stability to it. It's not all slimy. We're looking at the Russell R. Burgess Coastal Preserve. I've got video where the water is halfway up the stairs. A storm surge is because water is moving, or wind is moving the water up higher. That's the way it works. The water down here that we're looking at, I'm going to try and show you with both cameras, but it's tough. Flat and level. All the puddles. That's why I'll show urban displays of driving around in the rain and talking about it. We got rainfall. We don't have rain falling upside down in relationship to other rain. That's not possible. How much does a gallon of water weigh? Do you know? It depends on the temperature. The temperature changes the density and volume of water. Some people say I need to learn science. Are you kidding me? I don't have my head up my arse loaded with a whole bunch of indoctrination. That's one of the things. I'm very, decisive in talking about what I know about. There's things that we can know and then things that we have to believe because knowing is not possible. Like I told Logan Paul, I still don't know what you had for breakfast before you came here. How can I know how long the universe has been in existence? Yeah, he made fun of me. Oh well, at the 26-minute mark of the Logan Paul mockumentary. PewDiePie made fun of me for about a third of his first Flat Earth video. Excellent! Water seeks level? That doesn't make any sense. And then he shows the largest wave ever captured out in the open ocean. Yeah, Australia, are you okay? Australia? Yeah. The funny thing about that video is that the day that it came out, I was thinking about drinking water upside down on my way to the sunrise. I had never even thought about it before for the purpose of demonstrating anything. It demonstrates that we can drink water upside down. That's what it demonstrates. But it certainly, some people use the spin of their toilet as evidence that we're on a spinning globe. Dang. Now, I've got whirlpools. I'm going to zoom in on the water coming out of the culverts where I show two whirlpools spinning in concentric opposing directions right there. Of course, that's not going to happen now because the water is going out and down. I'm going to zoom in on the water bottle on the jug. Can you see it? Let me do it. Let me show you. See, the car is tipped a little, but the water is flat. That's that. Crepuscular rays, the angled rays from the sun shooting through the clouds. My photo album on Facebook. That's why I hashtag my name. You can go to my Facebook page and see mind-blowing photos. Not only do I have those, I've got probably now about 12 terabytes of data. For you tech people, you can maybe understand that's a lot of data. And it's video, mostly video, and a lot of photos. Millions and millions of photos. Well, it takes thousands and thousands of hours of work to do it. A lot of days I've shot thousands of photos, and I've been doing it for years, 4 years. That's thousands of days and thousands of shots. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out a bit. Crepuscular rays, angled rays going up to the focal point of the sun that's in the clouds, as Job 37 talks about. That buzzing sound that I heard changed my focus on my camera. That was weird. It was like a bee buzzing by me. So we can't see through much water when it's foggy. Take a look at it. See what it does. The direction of the sun shooting down on the water is different than shooting at the camera. That's one of the reasons why why it looks different. The size of the reflection sometimes is smaller in the water than it is shooting at the eye of the camera. I talk about some of this stuff. I have a lot of time to think about what I do, and that's one of the reasons why I'm able to tell you about it. Now we can see the bright reflecting off of the house, but because the water is out, we can't see the reflection, or can we? Yeah, we can. Zoomed in close, it's in every little puddle. It's just the way that it does it. I'm a few minutes from the end of my first P1000 recording, and I'm going to wanting to highlight a little bit, and then I'm going to take us for a drive, probably to the open ocean. I'll probably start another video too. The sun appearing in the clouds happens more when it's low on the horizon based on the eye of the observer. I recently shared a video where the sun appeared to be beneath the clouds from the view of an aircraft flying over Hawaii. It's on ABC News. It's on my Facebook page. If you don't have a Facebook account, bummer. I'm not going to update you on what I had for breakfast, or will I? Yeah, probably, but it's going to be highly nutritious, liquefied spinach, kale, chia seed, hemp hearts, apple cider vinegar, mixed berries, bananas, and anything else I want to throw in there. Because the neurotransmitters that the brain operates on are generated in the gut, the second brain, as some neuro specialists, neuro doctors, neuroscience. There's neuroplasticity, the renewing of the mind, as Scripture talks about it. God's Word renews the mind. He renews the heart. Oh, Ray Kurzweil said, yeah, one day AI will be self-aware and have emotions. Oh, okay, so we've got a real powerful technology that doesn't need a kill call to dispatch death on humanity with directed energy weapons and 5G and modifying the weather and creating floods and earthquakes. And yeah, one day it's going to grow up and get emotion. Isn't that special? I take it it's already got plenty of emotion, just a hatred for God's children. And God will use that anyway. He'll use it anyway. How about that? So my liked videos cover a lot, intentionally to be food for thought. I want you to think. I want you to see it. I want you to look at it. Because it matters for eternity. Where will you spend it and why? If you're a child of God, you'll definitely be born again. If you're not, you won't even care about it. So, there you have it. I believe what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut this. This is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth. Thank you so much for your public and private encouragement. My phone number is 1-843-504-1776. If you want to send a self-addressed stamped envelope, it would be to 169 Cloverleaf Drive, Long, South Carolina, 295.